foundation as a child of God is important. If you don't have the nature of God, you will struggle in marriage. Marriage requires patience, it's a fruit of the Spirit. Marriage requires kindness, it's a fruit of the Spirit. Marriage requires temperance. It's not everything that you feel that you say. It requires lots of self-control. That's a fruit of the Spirit. So if you are a normal person thinking, oh, just our feelings and our emotions will make marriage work, when you get to marriage, you will find out that it does not work. So your foundation as a child of God, first of all, you have to settle that. And if you are a believer, you cannot marry an unbeliever. Let me tell you why. It is not just about behavior. It's about nature. When you become born again, there's something that the Spirit of God does on the inside of you. He changes your nature. It's not that he changes your behavior, it changes your nature. There are certain things that no longer appeal to you. You become a different person. You now have the nature of God. There are things that you become more forgiving. You begin to grow in the things of God and you become more like God. So if you are born again and you go and marry somebody who is not born again, one of the things that will happen is that your natures will clash because the spirit and the flesh will always be at war. Always. So I know that these are not the things people typically like to hear, but these are the true things that make marriage work. I can come here and give you 5 things you should do: smile every day, hug each other every day, kiss each other every day. But I'm telling you that those things do not work if the foundation is not right. So if you're a believer, marry a believer. I'll give you many other examples of why you should marry a believer, but the core thing is where you see, even it's light and darkness. I don't know if I can explain it more than that. It is light and darkness. I've seen people who are Christians, born again Christians, say to me that, oh, Pastor M, I like this guy because he's so nice. And the truth of the matter is that he can be nice, but nice is not the fruit of the Spirit. It is subject to what you do. If you are good, they'll be good to you. But kindness is a fruit of the Spirit. Even when you don't deserve it, that person is still good to you because of the kind nature that has been birthed inside of them as a child of God. And one of the things, single people, listen to me, one of the things you must look out for in a partner is a kind person. The person can be anything, but that kindness, that the person anticipates your need before you even have it. This person will feel like this. Person will be cold tonight. Let me make the house a bit warmer. It's those little things. Person will be tired today. Let me buy dinner. It's those little things that they do things for you and they don't count it. They don't even count the cost. They don't make you feel bad that they're doing good things for you. Kindness. And those things are the nature of God. It's not something that you walk up. It's not something that you just decide, oh, I'm going to just be nice to this person. No. Because you won't always feel like being good to your partner. I know the hormones will be raging right now. Especially when you're not married. If you ask married people, you know that we're all just trying. We are just trying. It's just Jesus that when you look at the person and say, this is a child of God, let me treat him well. It's not because he's behaving well. But when you are single and you're in love and the emotions are raging, you're just thinking when we get married or going to do all kinds of things. No. Well, there's the practical side of marriage. We will not always want to look into each other's eyes. Somebody has to do the dishes. Somebody has to take the trash out. Somebody has to pay the bills. We have to go to work. We'll be tired. We will not always feel like talking to each other nicely. And it also depends on how kind of person. See, I'll give you an example. For instance, when I'm tired, I have a tendency to be rude. I've always known that. So it's the Spirit of God that will make me not tell my husband to, so is your hand paining you that cannot go and get food for yourself? Can you not see somebody's tired? It's the Spirit of God that will tell you, no, don't do that, don't say that. The Spirit of God too is a coach in marriage. So he's the one that tells you, no, not now. Now is not the time to have that conversation. No, pray about this instead of talking. No, don't shout. She won't understand when you shout. Don't do. That's what I mean by you must marry somebody who is like you. You're kind. And I know the guy is hot. I've heard it. Pastor M is very hot, but so is hell. Yes. So we must be careful about decisions we make. And I love this stage of your life for single people. Are there even single people in the room? Can I see your hands? If you are single, this is an amazing stage. Because you can still make the right decisions. You have your life ahead of you. You can travel the world. It's a beautiful stage to be. But I'm always sad when I see people who are in a hurry to leave this stage. So you don't enjoy being single, then you get married, and then you complain about, now everything is too much, you want to go back to being single. So enjoy this stage. Being single is not a sin. Being single is not a punishment. So you don't have to go to every crossover meeting December 31st and go and pray, Lord, if you don't do it this year, I will show you my true colors. You don't have to pray every year. Sometimes just enjoy being single. Enjoy it. Being single is the time you can travel without taking permission from anybody. As far as you can afford it. There's that one too. But when you are married, before you step out of the house, you have to tell someone, ask the men. Before you just carry your car keys and move, when you're a married man, your wife will be calling, where are you? Why is she calling you? Because you have to take the trash out. And you'll be wondering. So the first thing is your spiritual heritage. Do not be unequally yoked. The second thing is your natural foundation. Your parents' marriage has an effect on you, whether you like it or not. There are people who are fighting in marriages today. They're not fighting their husband. They're fighting their father. The way your father used to talk to your mother, you didn't like it. So you enter into marriage and you say, I will never take this from any man. So your husband he's not even talking like your father. He's just showing the sign. You can see this man, he wants to be, I can see, he wants to be like my father. Before he tries it, you are seeing into the future. Like this man wants to be rude, I can see. Can see it. Before he starts, let me cure his madness. But it's not him. He hasn't done anything to you. If you're from a broken home, for instance, that may be one of two things will happen to you. Either it becomes your normal, or you make up your mind to do everything opposite of what your parents did. Now, the latter may happen, but rarely does. Most times, divorce becomes a normal to you. So there are certain things. Violence in some homes is normal. Being a second wife in some homes is normal. My younger sister had a friend when she was in college. And the girl was dating a married man. And so they did a, friends intervention. They all gathered in a room, sat her in the middle, and everyone had something to say. How can you, whatever you sow, you will reap? They went on and on. How can you destroy another home because you want to date a married man? They talked and talked. My sister said for 1 good hour, they went around and advised her. And when they finished talking, they now said to her, so are you going to leave the man? She said, no. I said, so you are still going to marry a married? How can you want to be a second wife? She said, my mom is a second wife. That was her normal. So they were preaching to the choir. Talk for 1 full hour. But her mom she was a product of a second wife. So she didn't understand what the drama was about. So it's the same way some of your friends today might even be dating men who are beating them, or men are dating women who are beating them. Because yes, there's that one too. And they don't see anything wrong with it. Why? Because it was the normal in their family. There's a couple we counseled a couple of years ago. Sadly, they're divorced today. When they came to us, I promise you, I didn't know what the problem was. The lady was from a home where they literally whisper in their house. They no raised voices. I don't know if you come from a family like that. You guys don't yell. And she was married to an Igbo man who grew up in the East. Not Igbo Lagos, so not my type. Igbo in the East. So if you're from Nigeria, you know what I mean. You know that if they're having a conversation on the phone, we're all in on that conversation. Hello? Oyeneku? Where all of us are in on that conversation. They're very loud. She now marries that kind of man and he's choleric. So tough. So when the man is talking to her, she's so nervous. There was one day she actually peed on herself. And we thought it was a joke. She said she couldn't take it. So her parents came and picked her up with her children and she left the marriage. And when she was talking, I was like, what's the problem? She said, my husband is always shouting. The man say, I'm not shouting, no. If I shout, you will not. I said, sir, I believe you are not shouting. Honestly. The only challenge now is how do we convince Madam Whisperer that she's not shouting? We're laughing, but that marriage is over. We counseled for months, family intervention. The girl was losing her mind. Every time we talked, she would, she was shocked. So her parents came to carry her because cannot come and kill herself and die. So he picked her up and she left. So your natural family has an effect on you. For some people, divorce is normal. If you don't retrain your mind, then divorce will be a problem. For some people, they don't understand the concept of submission in marriage. That two people can actually respect each other and one person actually believes that, oh, it's fine, let's go with your leadership. They can't handle it because they didn't see their mom do it. And so in marriage, it's not your leadership she's fighting. It's what has been patterned for her. There was a girl that I was counseling. She's been married for about 15 years now. And they're doing okay. Well, the year that I was doing their counseling, the guy did something. I can't quite remember what it was. But to be honest, it wasn't anything major. And she was so mad. She said to me, I will slap him. Eh? I say, you slap man. That's all I could think. I was like, you slap man. And the guy was taller than her. She was like, I'll slap him. Who the hell does this guy? I said, eh? I said, first of all, you reduce your voice first. Secondly, you not slap. She said, I don't need a man. She said that thing like a couple of times. Every time there's a small issue, I don't need a man. And I said to her, wait, this thing I've been hearing, say her mom says it all the time to her dad. And she slaps her dad. So, it was her normal. I had to keep counseling. She didn't even know there was anything wrong with it. So for you, as a person, as a single person especially, when you go home today, I need you to sit down and think about some of the things that you consider normal. One of the things we always say in counseling is your normal. Because your normal may just not be normal. You think it is, but it's not. So foundation. First thing, if your marriage is going to work or is going to